Derek, Joe had mentioned that you had left due to a quad issue. When exactly did you feel tightness?
When? I think it was my third at bat when he dove for it. It just tightened up a little bit, so hopefully it's not a big deal.
How frustrating is it for you after having to wait this long to come back to have this happen your first time out?
Well, it's not frustrating yet. You know, we'll see. They MRI everything around here, so I'm going to get it MRI'd and we'll find out. But I hope it's not a big deal.
With a comment like that, it seems like you don't think it's a big deal, maybe? You feel?
I don't ever think anything's a big deal. So I'm hoping for the best.
Prior to that, how did you feel? How did the ankle feel? I know in that first inning, reached on a single, and then...
I felt fine. Yeah, I felt good. I thought I was moving good from first to third, scored, ran out a couple ground balls. So everything felt good up until that point, but we'll see.
Sweeney.
Derek, what kind of a difference was it? I mean, you've been playing some games, but back in the Major League Stadium, crowd seemed to really respond to you. I mean, what kind of difference was it for you to be back here?
Well, it's a huge difference. I mean, no disrespect to any rehab assignment that you do, but it's Yankee Stadium. Being back here, I was nervous going into the game. You know, it's almost like it's opening day for me, even though we're in, what are we, in July now? I lost track of the months. So it felt good to be out there, and fans were great. Gave me a nice ovation. It's been a long time. I've done a lot of rehab to get back to this point, and it felt good to finally be out there and playing in a game.
Willie, to your left.
Derek, what are you expecting of yourself at this point?
From, like, the rest of the season? I expect the same thing I expect every year, to help this team win games. You know, that's the bottom line. That's what you play for, and I don't expect anything different.
Dave, to your left again. Derek.
Derek, do you think that any way the injury might have been a result of kind of maybe pushing it a little too fast?
Nope. I don't, because I've been running all over the place for the last 3 weeks, so no, I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Eric, to your right, Derek, front.
Derek, at what point in the last 3 weeks did you feel Major League ready? And there was a story of you petitioning Cashman earlier in the week saying, I'm ready, put me back. You know, when did you really feel you were Major League ready? I
always feel like I'm ready. You know, seriously, when I'm playing, I feel like I'm ready to go out and play at this level. Like I said before, I understood the fact that you have to play games. I get that. I hadn't played really pretty much in 9 months, so I understood that. But I felt as though I was ready. I mean, I've had a lot of at-bats down in simulated games. I know it's a little bit different. I think people focused on what did I play, 4 games in Scranton. But I got a lot of at-bats. I did a lot of things. I've been, like I said before, running all over the place. So I felt as though I was ready, and they called me up.
Wally and then Mark.
I know you always feel you're ready, but this was kind of sudden. I mean, obviously, a couple guys got injured last night, which is what kind of sped this thing up a little bit. Were you surprised that they said to you yesterday, because they've been saying all along they wanted you to play at least 2 games back-to-back in the field. Were you surprised they said, hey, we're bringing you back tomorrow?
A little bit. I thought I was coming up Friday. So when I talked to Sweeney and the guys after the game yesterday, I thought I was playing in Scranton tonight, and then my phone actually didn't work in the clubhouse, and Cashman had left me a message, so I called him back, and he said that I was coming here to play. So I wanted to be here, so I was happy, but I thought I was coming here on Friday. I didn't know what happened in our game.
Mark.
Derek, knowing what happened in spring training with the setback and the new injury, what makes you feel like your leg is good to go and there's no concern about suffering any further injury to that ankle area?
I can't really worry about it. You know what I mean? It's second time it broke was a fluke thing. You know, I came back, it was completely healed. It was 100% healed. And then it just so happened to crack again. Now I'm ready to go again. So I can't sit around and think about what may happen. You know, you just go out there and play. It's kind of hard to play a game thinking about what may happen. So I'm ready to go. I want to play, and my ankle's fine.
Also, I'm sure you've watched a lot of the games, or at least kept track of what's going on with the team. You've seen a lot of the offensive struggles. You come back to the lineup. Do you feel like you need to really try to kickstart the lineup and provide a bit of a spark at the top?
Yeah, did you see me kick-start it today? So I kick-started it in the first inning. I mean, really, my job has always been to try to get on base and score runs. It's been that way since I came up. So I just try to do my job. I don't try to do too much. I don't try to come back and hit 40 home runs. It's get on base, score runs, and try to help us win. And it's the way it's always been, and that's the way it'll continue to be.
Dave.
Derek, you make fun of us a lot for mentioning your age and throwing it back at us, but do you make any concessions to that now based on the time that you missed and the injuries you're coming back from? Do you realize or think of yourself as somebody who has to manage that a little bit better?
No, I don't. It never crosses my mind. Look, my ankle broke. I don't think it broke because I was 38. I think it broke because I continued to play on something that maybe I shouldn't have. So I don't think age had anything to do with that. Yeah, we're all getting older here. I mean, you're getting old. I knew you when you were a lot younger. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're all getting older. But age doesn't creep into my mind while I'm playing. Maybe in the mornings it does, but not while I'm playing.
Right in the front, Derek.
As you went out there in the first inning, did you think at all about the contrast of how much better you felt now and the feeling you had when you came off the field last October?
No. I was thinking about I was going to swing at the first pitch. I had my mind made up yesterday I was going to swing at the first pitch, so that's what I was thinking about.
Ron, give the mic back. There you go. Ed and Marley. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan. Dan, right here.
Derek, did you have any tests like the four or the ground balls that you hit today? Did you have those in the rehab at all, or was that so that today was
hit
nothing
all ground
different
balls, man, in my rehab side.
in terms of like really having to bust it down the line, trying to read it out?
I did all that. So today was nothing different. I did it in the first inning. Nothing different. So I've run plenty the last 3 weeks.
So it was just a coincidence that it happened today.
Mm-hmm.
Ed, up against the wall to your right there.
Derek, all that time in isolation and anticipating this moment, did you spend a lot of time just envisioning the first at bat, the first game?
Oh, sorry. I lost you at isolation. What? Say it. Can you repeat that?
Well, all the time that you were rehabbing and doing your work out of sight, were you thinking about this first at bat, first game?
Yeah, I was. I couldn't wait. You know, ever since I got hurt in October, I was thinking about the first at bat. I wanted to get back on the field. That's what I've worked extremely hard for, and you know, I did all the rehab. I mean, rehab's not easy. It's not fun. But the reason I did it because I wanted to get back, and I wanted to get back on the field. So I'm happy that I was able to get back today, and I hope that I'll be back out there tomorrow.
Right next to Ed, Marley.
Derek, can you, obviously with this quadriceps, situation, but before this, can you walk us through getting here today and how special that moment was for you just to be back at the stadium?
This morning you're talking about, or from last night? Well, from last night I found out maybe 11 that I was coming, and I was on the way back to the hotel, so I had to go pack. Then I had to wait for my luggage from the field, my equipment. So I got to New York maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock, somewhere around there. I fell asleep about 4, and then I'm on a morning schedule, so I woke up about 6:30. Couldn't fall back asleep, and then I came over here, and then it was pretty much right to the stadium and get ready to play. So it was kind of everything happened kind of quickly for me, and then before you know it, you're on the field, you're playing. So I really didn't have much time to think about it. With it being a day game, maybe if it was a night game, it'd be a little bit different. But day game, everything happened so quickly.
Joel, against the wall there.
Derek, I think you used the term you were when you got hurt last year. You were playing on something you shouldn't have been playing with, and that's why it broke. But you want to play tomorrow night. Are you about to try to start playing on something you shouldn't be playing on again?
I can't trick the test. See what the test says. You know, last year I didn't have to take a test. Well, that's not true. Actually, we did take a test originally because it was a bone bruise, and then after that, I always play. So let's get an MRI, and if it's all good, then I'll play.
Dave, to your left.
Dirk,
Right here,
you
Derek.
said you woke up early. You couldn't get back to sleep. Is that just excitement for the day?
Excitement, and I'm on a morning schedule. You know, when I was in Florida, I was in bed at 10 and woke up at 6 every day. So it's kind of hard to break it.
Even though you went to sleep at 4.
I was up. I wish I would have slept longer, but I didn't.
Bob, up against the wall. Derek again.
Derek, how does the quad feel right now, just sitting here or walking back to the clubhouse?
It's cold because I was icing it.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it was just stiff, I hope, and, you know, we'll find out tomorrow. But right now it's fine.
Jeremy. in the center.
How's that work, Derek? Did somebody drive you back last night? Did you get to sleep in the car at all, or did you just get like 2.5 hours sleep total?
Hitchhiked. No, I got a ride.
It's a straight shot.
Yeah, I got a ride.
You sleep in the car at all?
No, I didn't.